Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN, joined by fellow Halo superfan Mitch Dyer.
Greetings, Ryan.
You're probably looking for the Halo The Master Chief Collection review right now.
I know I am.
Wondering why these two talking heads are here. It is because there's that big day one content update. 20 gigabytes, it actually downloads most of the multiplayer stuff.
Oh, that's significant.
So that actually, we did not get that in time enough to for me to really spend some time playing it online at home on real servers in the real world.
But we've played a lot of Master Chief Collection
A ton of it. So you can read all that below in the written portion, but I thought we'd chat through it here real quick.
Lots to talk about.
So yeah, tell me, let's just start with the single player, Mitch. I mean, you know, this game, it's 4 numbered, all the Master Chief games in one, under one interface, one umbrella. What struck you about it so far?
Halo 2. Like, Halo 2 Anniversary is the big one that stands out. Blur's new cutscenes are gorgeous. I love the HD remaster of Halo 2. I loved reliving that story because I forgot a lot of what happened with Halo 2, especially with the parallel stories between Master Chief and the Arbiter.
Yeah, me too. The Blur cutscenes are worth replaying Halo 2 for all by themselves.
Absolutely, and that's a game that holds up really well.
It does, yeah. At the time, I was so shocked by the ending, which is actually more of a stop than an ending, that it kind of, I won't say soured it for me, but it just sort of took the edge off of what's actually, as you said, it's a great campaign. It's a great story with a lot of cool big set piece encounters. There's the tank across the bridge. There's jumping onto the moving Scarab and taking it out. There's the Banshee run right towards the end of the game. And that's balanced by, as you said, these intertwining and parallel stories between Master Chief and the Arbiter that are actually, it's a great story.
Yeah.
It really is.
And playing Halo 3 and 4 at 60 FPS is incredible too. And Halo 3 looks really good. I mean, they up-resed it to 1080. So it looks really good. And again, like reliving those campaign moments that stand out. Being able to, you know, go straight to the Covenant chapter and leap onto a Scarab using a Mongoose. Like, that's my favorite thing in any Halo game, and I got to go straight to it.
And they've got those campaign playlists where you can either by yourself or team up in co-op, local or online, and do, say, all the Warthog levels across all 4 games, or all the tank levels, or all the ending missions, all the final missions in each game. So that's cool. I'm liking that a lot. But yeah, I agree. I mean, 2 is the star. I found myself a couple of times a level doing the back button switch between the old graphics.
I couldn't
and the new
stop
graphics.
doing it throughout the entire game. Like being able to, especially during cutscenes, seeing how they were originally directed and how they look then versus the phenomenal direction of that Blur has on the totally redone cutscenes.
It made me want, you know, there was that aborted Halo feature film years ago because the movie studios and Microsoft couldn't come to financial terms. After Halo 2 and the Blur stuff, I just want Blur to make a feature-length Halo CG film.
The most expensive movie of all time.
I don't know. I mean, it's almost
like $1 million a minute or something.
But it's an hour of cutscenes that are here. So it's like, we only need another 90 minutes and we're good to go. But the Gravemind cutscene bears special mention. He was a featureless, wormy blob in the original in-game cutscene in 2004, and now he's this hideous thing with rows of teeth and weird flaps that he breathes from, and it's this disgusting scene, which is how it originally was supposed to be. So, yeah, 2 is the star, but man, Halo 1 holds up.
Yep, that's a great game.
Holds up. It has the best sandboxes in the series as far as, you know, giving you options of how you want to do it. The story is arguably the best story. You know, it gets the whole Halo ball rolling.
It's the only time the Flood is ever, like, acceptable.
Right. And just that pistol feels so good. Hashtag pro pistol. Halo 1
hashtag pistol sucks. Get it out of here.
But, and then, yeah, Halo 4. I think Halo 4 is sort of the sleeper hit of this package. A lot of people, it's popular to hate on Halo 4, but Halo 4 was updated as far as the multiplayer goes, and the single-player campaign, I think it's a great story that really sets up, it's more about Cortana than Master Chief.
Yeah.
But it's gorgeous looking. I think at 1080p 60, it legitimately looks like an actual Xbox One game, not just a port up from 360.
I thought it was borderline that on Xbox 360. Like, it's still, like, they did something to that console that I've never seen anybody else do.
Yeah. So I have played a bit of multiplayer, but not on the final build. Just spending some time getting back into it. You know, It does feel good in Halo 1 to bust out that pistol and pop some people.
Yeah.
Halo 3 looks nice and clean, plays well. It's funny, it is jarring jumping from one multiplayer straight to another.
Super bizarre.
You can set universal controls,
Thank God
but even
for that.
the differences in physics and sensitivities,
Yep.
and it's very different from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4.
Weapons are modified slightly between each game.
Yeah,
so
like, oh,
it's-
what's the range on the battle rifle
Yep.
here versus there? So that is one thing that's a little odd. And then the other one, I would say, as far as the rest of the package is, it's a little rough. The campaigns are a little rough around the edges. There are frame rate dips. It's 60 most of the time, but there are noticeable dips. Nothing crippling where you're like, oh my God, what's happening?
No, it never drops below 30, so
No.
it stutters.
But there are noticeable dips in all 4 games. And then there were a couple times where in Halo 2, with those blur cutscenes, since they're not in game and they're rendered and they have to load in,
Yeah.
there'd be a loading screen between, like, you know, the action would sort of stop, loading screen, and then cutscene
Right.
that the original never had. It's just a little jarring there. So just a couple things rough around the edges, but loving everything I'm seeing in the
Absolutely.
campaign so far, and just not quite ready on the final verdict with multiplayer in particular and online, but
in a shocking twist of events, 4 Halo games together is pretty good.
yeah, Halo 2, multiplayer-wise too, by the way, I would say is, I expected it to be the star, and in my experience so far, it is. Just 2
course.
still just feels the best
Yeah.
for me.
And
with
those 6
multiplayer.
remade maps are all fantastic.
They're stellar. They're
Especially Lockout, best map ever.
just locked down as the anniversary variant.
Lockout.
Yeah, I'm
Lockout for life.
So we'll have the full review on IGN.com very soon as I can get some real good quality time on real servers with that final day 1 update, and we'll get a score for you here very soon and a final review for you here soon. But in the meantime, Mitch, thank you very much.
Of course.
We're going to get online and play some Halo as soon as we possibly can, and stay tuned very soon for the final IGN review of Halo: The Master Chief Collection.